I feel like I haven't talked to you in so long.
We talk all the time.
No. Obviously, we talk all the time in the text, but like
We
I
haven't
have
done a
not
podcast.
talked to you in a very long time.
We haven't done the podcast in a long time because you had the ladies on and then I had the guys on. We talk like
We do
every
not
single
talk
day.
all the time.
What are you talking about? We talk like every single day.
Jared, not on video or on like we're doing right now. It's only on text. That's different.
That's still
It'd be-
talking.
oh my gosh. It's not talking when one person in the text is not a good responder.
I respond to you you don't give me a chance to respond. That's the question.
No, you're just
You asked me a question.
slow.
You asked me a question and you want me to respond 2 seconds later.
Because like what are you doing?
I'm working. I'm
No,
trying
I'm
to
not talking
enjoy
about during the day. I
my
don't even text you during the day.
we text probably like
Not in the middle of the day. It's always after the work day, and I think of
I wake up to a text from you.
Oh, God.
I go to sleep from a text from you.
So
What are you talking about?
That is the most dramatic
Yo, I swear
shit
to you.
I have ever heard
wake up.
in my life.
You text
Why
me like
would I
6
text
o'clock.
you when I wake
Oh
up?
my God. I'm not
Jared.
lying. Yo, watch. I'm gonna screenshot it next time and I'm gonna put it on Instagram. Because you think I'm capping. I'm telling you the truth.
Jared.
You do it so much you don't even know.
Let me just say something. That happened once or twice, not in quarantine, when we were in regular life and I would wake up for work in the morning and I'd be like, shit, I forgot to send him that last night. And then I would send it to you.
It still happens.
No, in quarantine. I'm saying in quarantine, I haven't talked to you. I haven't talked to you that much.
Don't listen to Asia.
Especially in the past 2 weeks. Don't listen to Jared. Anyways.
But yes.
I haven't talked to you in a while.
It does seem like it's been a while since we've done this.
Okay. So, yes, because we had the ladies episode, then we had your episode. So, I didn't even, we haven't even talked about what you thought of the episode. We've been saving it for this moment.
We haven't, but I definitely enjoyed it. I was like, oh, I'm going to be off. I wonder what they're going to talk about. They're probably going to be talking about something just outlandish, but I liked it. You had some good questions for them. They were giving you good answers. Emily was definitely nervous and scared about what she was going to say.
Wasn't.
Yes, she was. That's what I told her. I was like, "You'll be perfect. You'll be perfectly fine. You were perfectly fine." I liked it. It was a good episode. You had some good topics.
Yeah, it was definitely funny, and we made a pregnancy pact.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh my God, wait till you hear that." And then exactly another thing, you're like, I'm sitting there listening to the episode because I didn't listen to it until the day of, like the normal listeners.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to it, and you texted me nonstop. Did you get to the end yet? I'm like, no, I'm on my way.
Because you were supposed to listen to it on Sunday. You told me you were listening to it on Sunday.
You never told me it was in there.
Yeah, Jared. Now see,
that was the men's one. You told me it was in there.
You're not going to be on this episode just lying.
No, I told you.
30 minutes.
You don't remember texting me and being like, wow, this is going to be like, you're going to be like a listener this time because you don't know what we're talking about. You're not going to be able to hear it. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to wait until
that was on
drop.
Sunday.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to wait until the drop like a regular listener to listen to it.
No.
You don't remember that conversation?
Nope.
Oh my God. Now she doesn't remember things.
What are you doing? Are you looking for your slippers? What's going on over there?
No, I put my socks on.
Exactly. I knew you were too. Oh Jesus. Yeah, we had fun. Anyways, we had fun.
No, y'all were in here or she was in here with her little drink at least, so it was funny.
Yeah. I wish I asked Emily more questions about you while you weren't here.
You were asking her mad questions about me.
Not enough.
And from that episode, I was like, wow, I should have had Terrence on here so I could just ask
Terrence would never come on the podcast. He literally.
I think I'll be able to convince him once. Maybe for a segment. Maybe for like a quick segment. Just to ask a few questions.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, but what were some of your favorite topics that you guys went over?
We talked about your body dysmorphia syndrome.
Yeah, I remember that. She thinks she plays a part in it because
I never heard that side of the story before, though. That actually makes a lot of sense as to why you are the way you
Hold
are.
on, what did she say
She
again though? She
said
said,
that one time you guys were like at some event and you got like some milkshakey sugary thing or something, and then you went to go eat it and she was like, Jared, that's a lot of sugar, and then you were like, it is, and then she was like, yeah, you shouldn't have that much sugar or something, and then ever since then you've been afraid of sugar.
that's been like my whole life though. So
Oh,
I'm not afraid of sugar. I just need to cut the intake of it.
okay.
I'm still struggling with it, but hey.
So
What about the guys episode? You heard that one?
oh my god, that was honestly hilarious, and I really didn't think you guys were going to cover so many topics. Like,
What, you think we were going
that
to
was
talk
pretty
about
good.
sports and that was it?
Well, it was a lot of sports. It was a lot of sports, but it was good. It was definitely entertaining. It was funny. Tyler obviously is a fool.
He's a comedian.
Carlton is the most sane person out of all of the three of you, and
What? I don't think I've ever thought that I would hear that in my life.
everything he said, I was like, yes, you're making sense. I can understand exactly what you're saying.
Uh,
Sometimes when you say things to me, I'm like, Jared, I don't know what the F you heard out of my mouth. So that was good. I definitely didn't expect you guys to talk about
Kids.
children, disciplining children. Yeah, that was a big shocker. I was like, oh my God, are we really going here when you started talking about it? But it was towards the end. So I was like, this can't go on for that long. There's only a few minutes left. I have another question for you though about the doing the episodes without each other. Did you think it was like hard? Like, did you think it was hard to be the only main person there, like guiding the conversation without the other half?
I mean, when I first started, I was like, oh, I got to keep the conversation going and like
It
segueing between points. But then once we actually started going in the
was
flow of it, I
fun.
think it was natural and fine.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
about
yeah.
yourself?
Same, same, same.
So when I first started the pod, usually when Asia and I start, she plays the theme song, so we both get into the mood. So I'm on the system that we use, and I press the button to play, expecting to hear the song and start jamming out. But then all of a sudden, it's just like some weird, regular, funky tune. And I'm like, yo, what is going on? And then Carlton and Tyler are just sitting there laughing. It was hysterical.
It was so funny. I wanted to leave it that part in there, but I couldn't. Like, you couldn't hear the song that you had played, so it was just like nonsense. It was just like you guys cracking up, and then Tyler being like, "We need Asia. You don't know what you're doing."
Yo, it was absolutely hilarious, but you had to be there.
Tyler said he wanted to come back on when I was here.
We can make that happen. I also have some other, like I said in the episode, I have some other guys that I want to bring on,
Oh
but
God.
I couldn't bring them on first because they would have got us canceled probably. We got to get a little bit more steam moving forward, and then I could bring them on. So
Anyways, so today I put a sticker on Instagram for anybody to post questions that they would want us to answer on the pod. Basically, we put a sticker up. You guys put some questions in. For some of them are for like, but we could probably both answer. Some are definitely specific, and we're just gonna do some rapid fire questions from the listeners. We're gonna alternate, Jared. Okay, so who do you want to go first?
what's your favorite book that you've read this year?
Well, that's a tough one because the book that I'm reading right now is very, very good and it might become a favorite when I finish it. It's called The Holdout. But I also read Pachinko, which was one of the best books I've ever read in my life.
You had a resolution this year to like read. I forgot how many books it was in a year. Have you made it yet, or
Well, it's only March.
are you
I
on
mean,
track?
April. What month is it? It's only
I don't
April.
know.
It's only April, but I'm on track. I'm currently reading my fifth book in the fourth month. I'm going to try to get six. I'm going to try to be done with 6 books by the end of April because I'm trying to get like 15, which is like a book a month plus like a little extra.
Oh yeah, so you're good.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much on track. Cool. Jared, what do we need to do to get you to like Massachusetts?
Uh, buy a house for Beyonce here.
That's unreasonable. Something reasonable.
Um, have better weather. There's nothing reasonable anybody can do to make me like this state.
Okay, well, that is really rude. You're not even trying. Okay, so that's
So
Jared. Where would you go? I just don't understand.
I would go Jersey and South
Why
Jersey,
would you go back to Jersey?
PA, DC area, Virginia, Maryland,
What?
Virginia, psh, Atlanta.
Okay, so basically
I'm
anywhere
good
else.
on I'm good on Texas.
Basically anywhere else.
Yeah, psh, even Arizona. Arizona's kind of lit. Oh no, but they have like scorpions and whatnot.
Wouldn't you miss family and friends?
I'm already not by family.
You have Emily's family.
Yeah, but we still would be able to travel, go see them.
Yeah, but like if you moved to Arizona, you wouldn't have neither nor her family, not your family, no friends. Not a single
I
friend.
got a couple of high school people that live out there. I could
Are they your
become buddy
friends,
buddy.
Jared?
I mean, we were cool. We still communicate. We still converse through socials right now. So we would be closer friends.
Okay, but that's not proving my point. My point is you would be leaving everything you know and everybody you love.
Hey, you guys will still see me.
Oh my god.
What's the hardest thing about potting and starting a side hustle project? A side hustle slash project. You know this very well because you're just doing a little side hustle on the side of potting as well. So
Yeah, I'm
let's
doing
hear it.
both at the same time. That's probably the hardest thing about it. Just kidding. The hardest thing about potting is editing. That shit is.
How long does it usually take you?
Uh, it depends on how much bullshit we talk about in the episode. And Jared talks so slow. He's always like, when I'm editing, it's like every in between every word is like a long pause, so I have to like take seconds. He'll be like, so I have to, in between each of his words, cut the space out, or else these episodes would be 2 hours long.
My whole life, everybody said I've spoken so fast, and I'm like, I'm from
No.
Jersey. That's how we speak in Jersey. We speak fast. So on a podcast, I have to slow it down because if I speak too fast, nobody will understand me. So I got to speak slower. So do you want me to speak slower or do you want me to speak faster?
I
Your
let
choice.
you need to speak in the middle of slow and fast, which would be normal speed. Because when you talk too slow, it takes me forever to edit it. And when you talk too fast, sometimes
You can't edit it.
I do edit that too, because sometimes when you talk too fast, you get excited. It's like 5 stutters before the word. So I have to cut all those out so you don't look crazy. I mean, so you don't sound crazy, because I am a good friend.
I appreciate that. Yo, there are definitely times I text Asia. I'm like, yo, don't make me sound crazy.
And I know exactly what you mean by that.
And I probably still sound crazy.
Yeah, you do. So that's the hardest thing about potting. The hardest thing about
Hold on, plug the side hustle though.
yeah. So the hardest thing about having a side hustle is so basically I'm running a business, an online business selling shampoo and skincare. And it's going very well for me. It's really actually helping me pay off debt, and also like I get to help people glow up, like Jared, whose skin is glowing right this second.
My skincare process or routine before like learning about the stuff that you're selling was just me washing my face and putting lotion on.
Yeah.
And then now it's like a whole process and I actually enjoy it.
Don't you love it? Don't you feel so good after you do it? You're just like, wow, I can start my day.
Yeah, it feels good. And it just feels good going on your face. It smells good. It's nice.
It's good. So it's nice to be able to help people out like that and hear positive things. And then also, the hardest thing is though is like the time management, because I want to put a significant amount of time in it so I can make money, which I've been doing, but I also work full time and do a podcast. So that's probably the hardest
You're a
part. But
busy woman.
hey, I'm sure Beyonce doesn't sleep either.
Facts.
Okay. Jared, I feel like this is a really easy question, but we're just gonna go with it. If you were stuck in quarantine with one person who wasn't Emily, who would you choose?
I'm gonna let you answer that for me.
Jerry would choose Beyonce.
I would choose Beyonce.
Okay, who would be your second choice?
Who would be my second choice?
Yeah, if Beyonce
Hmm.
was like, no thanks.
She wouldn't say that, but
Okay, but just in case.
in the rare chance that she did, that's a good question. I've never thought that far because it's only Beyonce. But
What if they're like Beyonce can only stay for a week, so then and the next week you have to pick somebody else. Who would be the next week after
I
that?
wouldn't even need anybody after that.
Okay. Rewind.
I wouldn't even need anybody after
Beyonce is not
that.
available. Beyonce is not okay. No, I have a better scenario. Beyonce will quarantine with you, but only on week 2. You have to pick someone else for week 1 to occupy your time until you get to Beyonce.
Oh, a little tune-up?
It doesn't have to be like that. It can be like little boozy.
Oh, it could be. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not. Well, I'm not going to be quarantining with another guy. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. It
I'm
could
not
be
quarantining with another guy.
fun.
Sorry.
It'd be
But,
like roommates when you were in college. Like imagine if we were quarantined in college. It'd be like that.
right now, I might go with maybe Snow Allegra. Just have her sing to me all the time.
Ooh, I love her.
She had to cancel her concert. I'm sad about it. I didn't
You
have
didn't even
tickets
go
anyway.
anyways.
Yeah, I don't like. We didn't have tickets, but it sounded. We definitely talked about it. It made ourselves believe that we would be there. Oh, or actually, maybe Janae, Aiko.
Janae's canceled too.
I know, but I'm saying maybe she would be my quarantine partner.
Oh, I would for sure quarantine with Janae in a heartbeat.
I just saw this video of her and Big Sean. They were
On
like,
live.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not that.
I'm just looking at her like, yo, her skin,
Glows.
just like her in
Why
general.
does she glow like that?
Yeah, like you just look at her and she's just like, I don't know. It's like
It's like the
she's just
sun is
glowing.
radiating out
Yeah.
from the inside of her.
I'm like, yo, whatever she is on or whatever, like I need that.
Same.
I need that energy. Like I wish I could just be.
I know.
She just seems like such a like peaceful and nice, joyful person, and she's just like I don't know.
At peace.
Yeah, at peace. That's the best way to describe it, just at peace.
Yeah, I aspire to be that peaceful. I don't know what I have to do. Probably yoga or something.
Who would you be your quarantine partner if Terrence wasn't there?
Well, the equivalent to Beyonce for me would be people are going to object to this, but it's obviously Chris Brown.
I was gonna say Chris Brown. I was literally about to say
How
Chris
can
Brown.
it not be Chris Brown? Like, it's fine. Okay, we're fine.
No, that was a good question. I liked it.
That was a good question.
Here's a good question. So you went to Stonehill.
I did.
That was a predominantly white school. I don't even know why I say predominantly. It was all white. And then you left Stonehill, graduated, and went to get your master's at Howard University, which is an HBCU.
Yes, historically black colleges and universities.
So talk about the differences culturally,
Oh, wow.
socially,
Yeah.
socially, and academically.
Okay, there's way better parties at Howard. There's
Duh.
there's way more culture.
Duh.
There's just like this energy around that's kind of like you got to just be there to know what I mean. It's kind of like a family. It's like a family at Howard, like as a family. It's just like how black people are. Everybody's family, that cousin, that whatever. It's like your professors are literally, they feel like your aunties and uncles. What I will say is that at Howard, I mean, this work at Stonehill was way harder. Like I definitely learned more at Stonehill.
And that was undergraduate. So your undergraduate was harder than your master's.
For sure. And like I had like a 3.0 at Stonehill, like barely. Or maybe it was like a 3.1. Let me not play myself. I might have had a 3 point. I might have had
shoot
a 3.
yourself some bail.
I might have had a 3.1, 3.2 because I was not in study hall, so I had to have at least like a 3.2. And my GPA at Howard was like a 3.9 in my master's program, but I also wasn't playing basketball, but I was coaching, so it's kind of like.
Oh yeah, you were on the yeah. You were like the manager. No, not manager. You were coaching, right?
Yeah, I coached a year at Howard women's basketball. Did I tell you how I ever got that job? I got that job in a bar.
How that happened?
We were remember how the seniors used to go to the Final Four every year?
Yep.
Okay, so we went to the Final Four my senior year in Nashville, and we were at this bar called the Honky Tonk. If you ever been to Nashville, you've obviously been there. It's the biggest bar, and there's 3 floors. And we were at the Under Armour party, which is like you have to
That's
have
dope.
tickets. Yeah, you have to have tickets. It's supposed to be only for like coaches, but like some coaches can't go, so they give their tickets away. And so we got tickets. So then we went, and I met this lady at the bar, this black lady, and we were just chatting it up. And I had already applied to Howard for my master's, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I coach at Howard women's basketball." And I was like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah, would you want to be a GA?" And I was like, "Sure." I was wasted out of my mind. And I just got a tattoo literally 10 minutes before that, and my bandage was like falling off and my wrist was bleeding. And it's this tattoo right here.
So you were looking a hot mess.
It was a hot mess.
Wait, so were you a GA?
It was, yes.
So did you have that year for free?
I did, yes.
Wow. I
But
don't
not
think
the
I knew
second
that.
year. I have a nice strong loan for that one.
Yeah. Let's not get into that.
So I don't know. Both experiences were different, but I valued them each in different ways. And I have made great friends at both schools. And yeah.
That's dope.
Is that enough information?
I think so. I
Okay.
was like, I was looking at a HBCU, Delaware
You would
State.
have been way too distracted, Jared.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
You just weren't meant to go to an HBCU. If you were meant to go there, you would have went to one, and your life would look a lot different than it looks right now. I mean, come on.
Is it a lot of distractions there?
Yes,
Well, when I went into school, when I went to Stonehill, I wasn't partying at all. It would have been the same for if I went to HBCU. I wouldn't have been partying at all.
Jared. Enough with the nonsense. Okay.
What? It's a fact. No.
Okay. Anyways, moving along. Jared. Oh, wow. This is kind of hard. How did you know it was the right time to move in with your significant other? The lovely, angelic Emily Vento. Gaines. Sorry. Emily Gaines.
Yeah, get it right. Put some respect on my name. So,
What year was this? Take us back. 2015?
well, we moved into her mom's spot
Oh,
for
yeah.
a few months right after college. So I'm not even going to include that one. I'm going to talk about,
By yourself.
yeah. So after we lived with her mom, I went to Connecticut for work and she was still in Massachusetts and I was there for about 2 years.
I forgot about this.
Yeah. So I was there for 2 years. My first year I was in this one apartment and then the second year I moved to another apartment downtown. And then basically my lease was about to be up and I was like, we don't want to be apart for another year. So let's move in together. And then I moved up to Massachusetts and was still driving all the way down to Connecticut.
Right, right.
So I think it was just the timing of like the lease and everything, honestly.
But you had to obviously know at that point that you were going to marry Emily.
Oh, well, yeah, for sure.
Otherwise, it wouldn't have mattered. You would have just got another lease if you didn't want to live with the person.
And I knew that I wanted to start like making my way towards getting a ring and everything like that. And I was like, I'm not proposing before I live with her. Like,
Were you nervous that you were not going to live good together?
I
I guess not because
don't
college.
think so, but that probably crossed my mind. But she's not the type of person that I would have an issue living with, if that makes sense. Well, obviously, but
On
there's
the
like nothing
ladies
that she doesn't.
episode, she was saying that when we were talking about who would last longer in quarantine, and I said that women would last longer than men. And then she was like, I don't know, Jared does pretty well, like, alone, not talking to people.
Well, yeah, because I don't need to be. Yeah,
And she was like, and I'm kind of just like always want to like hang out or something. And then she also said she's like very particular. So like when you do house projects and stuff, she's always like, can you do it this way or can you do it that way? So she was saying that you would get sick of her first.
yeah. She was. We painted a few of these rooms in the house, and she was kind of driving me crazy. But like when that happens, I just walk away. Like I'm not going to sit there and argue. So I'll just walk away.
But that would be even more annoying because then did she finish painting by herself
No.
or everybody walks away at the same time?
No, actually, what would happen is she would do it the way that she would want to do it, and then she would mess up or something, and then I would either laugh or make, make it known that I noticed that she messed up.
Wow.
That's stubborn on her part that I can't paint the room and get it done because she wants to paint it a certain
But is her
particular way.
way the correct way?
It's not. There's no correct way to paint it. It's the way that I'm doing isn't wrong.
But is it right?
She wants the brushstrokes to go one way when like she has to. It's weird. She wants everything to be perfect, and I got to keep telling her it's not going to be perfect. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. Relax. RELAX. Here's
If
my
you told me
question.
to relax, that would really send me through the effing roof.
Here's my question. Why do women hate the word relax so much?
I just prefer not to be told to relax. I'm relaxed.
Why though? Like why? Like all women hate that word.
Because if you're telling me to relax, then you're implying that I'm expressing myself. Like just because you're uncomfortable with the way that I'm expressing myself doesn't mean that I need to relax. It means that you need to suck it the fuck up because I'm trying to tell you something.
That's
So
stubborn. That's
that is
stubborn.
not
Oh
stubborn.
my god.
It's just like everybody thinks that everybody tells women to relax because like you don't want us to raise our voices because God forbid we raise our voices louder than yours
That's not true at all.
or get the last word in. Like I'm not gonna relax. I'm gonna be heard. Okay, you're not gonna relax me.
But what if you need to be relaxed?
I don't.
See,
How do you know what I need? You're not in my head or my like life.
Your significant other knows.
Terrence has never told me to relax in his whole entire life. But like Terrence doesn't let me get to the point of like where I'm screaming. If I'm screaming, it's about like something else and he's just listening to it.
It's not even you having to be like you screaming, just you just talking a certain way that's not normal. You talking a little spicy. You talking a little spicy and it doesn't need to be spicy talk.
Oh my gosh. What do you eat?
Relax. It's not that big of a deal. Calm it down.
Okay, anyways, moving on from this subject before you get me worked up.
Okay, what did you do to make Tinder a legit place to find a partner?
What did I do to make Tinder a legit place to find a partner? I think everybody thinks that I
You just
found
went on a date, like,
yes, except
and he was normal.
but it wasn't a first try. Like I've met far too many creeps before I met Terrence. Let's just say that. As did he. So it doesn't always happen on the first, second, third, fourth try.
And that's when Tinder was popping, no?
It was like new, yeah. It was definitely like the thing. So I would say consistency is key. Just keep trying.
You gotta go
You
through
gotta
the bad,
keep swiping.
gotta go through the thick to get to the thin.
Exactly. And the other thing is Terrence and I, we FaceTimed for like several weeks before we like met in person. So I avoided all that like
That's interesting.
well, it wasn't on purpose. I was coaching and it was like I was coaching and it was the middle of the season and I was just literally in
Oh, yeah,
the
because
most
it was when you were at Howard.
yeah, I was like it was D1, so we would go to like fucking I1 shit. Like I was in the most random places ever. And then I'd be home for like a day and then we'd like be on the road again. So I like didn't have time to like meet up with this person.
How old is Terrence?
Your age.
So he graduated 2013?
Mm-hmm.
Word.
Well, getting a little sleepy. It's Friday. I'm a granny. Today was a really long week for me at work. I didn't think I was going to make it. It's a long weekend now, so
Oh, yeah, because you're off Monday?
off, dude.
Yeah. I'm still working. That's crazy that the marathon was supposed to be this Monday.
I know. Like, what the hell? This is like an alternate reality.
The new times we're in.
Oh my God. All right. Well, if you like the episode and the podcast, please subscribe, rate, and review. Oh my God, Jared, on the ladies episode, when I was saying this part, I thought about you because I was like, oh, Jared usually says this part about the social media.
Yeah.
You didn't think about that once when I wasn't on the episode. You never was like, oh, Asia does this part because you didn't even do the closing.
I did do the closing, though.
No.
That's what I told them. I was on the way to do the closing, and then I didn't plug it though.
Oh my God. So back to our regularly scheduled program. If you like the episode and the podcast, subscribe, rate, and review.
Yes, follow us on Instagram. Done with Adulting Pod. If you're on Twitter, shoot us a couple tweets. Done WTH Adulting. Hit us up.
All right. So you're gonna do a drive-by sometime this week?
Yeah.
I'll see you out the window.
Come see Asia, Terrence, Miss Monet.
All right. We will talk to y'all next week.
Hopefully we can survive another week of quarantine.
Still in quarantine. We'll talk to you in quarantine week.
Quarantine.
500.
Quarantine.
Yes. Tune into Quarantine Radio. We got to get off this. Goodbye.